All right, so here is the big red Lego block. This one's going to be a little bit more tricky. It has a lot more measurements in it. So I'm going to keep this. I'm going to open this in a new tab. Oh, okay, downloaded it instead. That's fine. I'll just put this over to the side like that. And I'm going to have Inventor open right here. I'm going to kind of scooch this over a little bit so I can see both of these at the same time. Like that. All right, so I'm going to start a sketch. I'm going to pick the, let's say the bottom surface, and I'm going to build it straight up. So I'll use rectangle tool, bottom corner, and it looks like if I look over here to this panel on this side on the left, it is 6 inches long. So I'll say 6, or sorry, yeah, so this is giant. We're doing a giant Lego brick. That kind of scared me for a minute. 6 inches is big for Lego. So tab, and then 3 inches wide, enter. There it goes. So we'll say finish sketch and extrude. Extrude this up. Looks like my window's over here. I'm going to bring it up 2.5 inches. So 2.5, enter. There it is. And now I can start doing the circles on top, the little nub things. So I'll start a sketch on the very top surface. And I'm going to go circle. I'm going to drop it here in the corner. And it looks like it has a diameter of 1 inch. And over here, so I'm going to click 1, enter. And right here where it says 1 inch times 8, that just means that this diameter is repeated for all 8 of these nubs. So rather than saying like 8, or so like instead of having 8 iterations of the same dimension, you just say times 8. It's just a little nice shortcut. All right, so then I'm going to go dimension tool. I'm going to try and center this. And whenever we center circles, we reference edges and center marks. So we go center mark, edge, and it appears that it is a 3/4 of an inch, so 0.75. Enter. Do the same thing from this spot and that spot. And the cool thing about Inventor is it will do math for us in the dimensions. So if I knew it was 3/4 and I didn't want to do the math, or I couldn't figure it out, I could just write 3 divided by 4 and hit enter. And it will automatically change it to 0.75 for me, which is pretty nice. So if you have like 3/16 or like 3/8 or like 7/8 or something weird like that, you can just type that in and it'll give it to you it'll calculate it for you. Okay, so finish sketch and extrude. I'm gonna bring this thing up just a tiny bit. This one we have to do a little bit of math on the left side. The brick is 2.5 inches tall, but the whole thing is 3. So we just subtract 2.5 from 3, and we know that that is 0.5. Enter. And then go to the top, and we're going to do our rectangular pattern again. So right here we've got pattern, rectangular pattern, click right here, define my direction 1, click the red arrow, click this edge, make sure it's going in the right direction, and it's not, so I got to flip it. Let's go flip. And then it looks like these are spaced out. Let's see, I have to do a little bit more math here. So it's 2.7, so it looks like 1.5, I believe. So let's check that, 1.5. And there are 4 of them. Yeah, I got it. So it's 1.5 spacing and 4. So I'll go direction 2, click this side. And I'm going to space this at 1.5 and click OK. There it is. Not too shabby, huh? So we've got the nice overall shape for the Lego brick. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come down here on the bottom, and I'm going to use the shell tool. So I'm going to hollow this out. And I think, yeah, so it says right here in the corner, or on this side, that the shell is 0.25 inches, so it's a 1/4 inch. So go shell right here, one that looks like a hollowed out block. Click the bottom surface, and before I click OK, I got to change the thickness here to 0.25 and hit enter. Voila! Look at that. It even hollowed out the nubs for us. So we don't have to do any extrusions there. So the last little bit is right here. These little circle things, these little towers that go in the bottom. I'm going to start with a sketch. I'm going to do it on this bottom surface. I'm going to draw a circle. And I'm going to guess kind of where the closest to the center is right here. And it looks like it has a diameter of 1. So say 1, enter. And then it has another circle on the inside that is a diameter of 0.75. So 0.75, enter. Now I'm going to reference the edges to center the hole. So it should be at 1.5 for the halfway across. And then how far from the end? It's probably the same thing, 1.5, enter. Okay. And yeah, so we'll say finish sketch, extrude just, not the whole thing, not right here, or the whole thing, just the outer ring. And this one, I'm going to show you another trick here. I don't really know how far it's supposed to go, and I don't really want to do the math for it. So Inventor has this nice thing with your distances. If you click 2 right here, you can click another surface and say, I want this to extrude to be level with this surface. So I'll click the bottom of the brick, and it will automatically get it the right length. Pretty cool, huh? So I'll say, OK. Nice. Now we're going to do a rectangular pattern, but we're just going to use one line, so it'll become really just a linear pattern. So we'll say rectangular pattern. The feature, this one. Direction, I'll use this line right here. And make it 3, so 3 iterations. And I believe the spacing is going to be 1.5 again. I think that's right. Let me just check from the top view. That looks good. All right, and I'll click OK. There it is. We have made a giant Lego brick. Pretty dang cool. So the last step, of course, if you want to change the color or the material, I'm going to make this large so you can see this again. I'm going to go over here to generic, click the down drop. I'll make it gold. Sweet. Golden Lego brick. Maybe silver. Might look kind of nice. Sometimes you can get a polished chrome, which is nice. But you can always play around with it and get some funny ones, like here's concrete. Looks more like gravel. How about... Well, here's like oak. So wooden oak Lego brick. Kind of cool looking. Anyway, so that's how you do the brick. Nope, wrong one. And